Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this session, we will discuss regarding IoT. In the end of the session, you will be able to understand what is IoT and what is this introduction, why IoT is needed, definition of IoT, and what is IoT system, and I mean what it comprises basically of. So these all you will be able to understand at the end of the session. And please do subscribe to my channel because this is just an introduction to IoT, and later on it will be most of the post will be done on IoT itself and emerging trends as well. So we will start with the session IoT. So IoT is nothing but is an emerging technology. So what is the full form of IoT? IoT is nothing but Internet of Things. So what is this Internet? Internet is nothing but network of networks, or interconnection of networks. Interconnection of networks. So this is internet definition. I mean the meaning of internet you already know it, but still it is nothing but interconnection of networks is nothing but the internet. And internet of things. So what is this things? Things can be anything, like it can be a person, or I mean it can be a human or machine or animal or any device or any sensor or anything. So that's why it is named as things. So the what is this internet of things now? The various things, I mean the various things connecting to the internet is called as internet of things. So this is simple definition to understand purpose. So this is nothing but the IoT. So this is the introduction. Now we will go for the introduction. What is the history? So actually IoT study was started in the early 1970s itself. So they in that situation it was like an imagination. Now it is going to be in real time. Like now we are able to understand. Now we are able. Now we are in a position to understand what is IoT really is and how does it work. So this is the basic introduction. The different, let me tell you once again, that is the different things. I mean things can be anything, as I told, connected each other via internet. That is called internet of things. So why IoT is needed? This is the fundamental question everybody will be getting. So IoT we need because nowadays there is something called partial IoT, I can say, because now there is less human to human interaction and less human to computer interaction. Sometimes it will be more, depending on the application. So IoT is needed in order to reduce human to human interaction or human to computer interaction. So what does this mean? Everything will be performed automatically. All the actions or decisions will be taken automatically. So let us understand why this is needed. Suppose I will just remind you one example. Like there is in agriculture field, soil moisture monitoring technique will be used, and the soil moisture sensor will be used, which will be detecting the moisture content of the soil, and it will be informed to the farmer. So this is partial IoT concept. The farmer will get the notification like this is the thing, you have to water the plants, water the crops, like that. So this is nothing but partial IoT. Full complete IoT, if it is there, then what happens is automatically the moisture will be detected based on the decision. I mean what is the requirement. If water is required, automatically watered will be every plant will be watered or crops will be watered. That means there is no need of human itself. So everything is done automatically. It will be analyzing the data, and everything as required, the decision will be taken by itself and action is taken. So this is how why IoT is needed, in order to reduce everything, like no human to human interaction, nothing. So no human to computer also. So this is nothing but the IoT. So now we will try to define what is IoT. So IoT, that is the Internet of Things, is connection of interrelated system. I mean interrelated things. Things means anything, like it can be animal or person or anything, like a mobile device, everything. So like anything, so these are interconnected. So IoT is nothing but a system. We will say it is a system. Why it is a system? Because there are many such things involved. That's why we are like computer. We will say it is a system because it consists of monitor, keyboard, mouse, CPU, everything. So this is a computer system. Like this, since there are many things in this particular concept, so we will say it is a system. IoT is a system in which all the things or all the machines are interconnected to an internet, which is in which each thing or each device or each person or each thing is having a unique identifier, and they are able to transmit. They means what? The things which are interconnected are able to transfer the data. They have the ability to transfer the data without human to human interaction or human to computer interaction. So this is the definition of IoT. So it is interconnected devices are there, and they are given unique ID. Like in school, we will be giving unique attendance. Roll number we will be giving. So in the same way, we will be giving for each thing which is connected via internet. Different sensors might be connected or anything. We will be giving unique identifiers, and they have ability. They are connected to the internet and have ability to transfer data. And have ability to transfer the data without human to human or human to computer interaction. So this is the basic definition of IoT. So now I have already told you IoT is a system in the definition itself. So now we will understand what is IoT system. So what is this IoT system? So IoT system, I can say this consists of this thing, or I would say these four things are required in order to say this is an IoT system. I can say in other way. So what are the requirements of IoT system? The first one is a sensors or device, connectivity, data processing, data user interface, or auto action. So now we'll go in depth. So sensors or devices. What is a sensor? A device which collects the data from the environment. So this is nothing but the sensor, or devices is nothing but, like, we can say mobile is a device or anything. So it basically consists of sensors or device which takes the data from the environment. Next is connectivity. Why connectivity is required? Once the data is fetched from the sensors or devices, that has to be transmitted to the location, I mean the storage location. In this case, we will be using storage location as cloud. So this cloud we are using. So cloud, what is this cloud? Cloud is nothing but a storage location in which the data will be stored. Whatever data the sensor will collect or the device will connect will be stored in cloud. So in order to store this in cloud, we need some connectivity. So this is nothing but the second requirement. So this connectivity can be achieved by Wi-Fi or mobile network or satellite network or Bluetooth or any other mode of communication. So sensors or devices, now we will analyze that moisture. I mean, last I will tell you how with the help of an example. Next, the data which is stored in cloud will be having connectivity in terms of Wi-Fi or mobile network. So now with the help of sensors, we got the data and we had connectivity. So only we put the red data in the cloud. So now if from cloud, we have to process the data. That is the next requirement. So this is the third requirement, in which the data which is present in cloud will be which has to be processed. So how it will be processed? With the help of some algorithm. So what will be the algorithm? I will be explaining in one of the example. So once the data is now here, actually in algorithm some conditions will be checked, like this is achieved or not, this is satisfying the criteria or not. So with the help of this, it will be checked. If the condition is satisfied, then user interface will be achieved. So user interface can be in the way of a text message or SMS kind of thing. So user will get the notification. I mean, who will be using this system will be getting the notification. And what is this auto action? Auto action is nothing but if a user interface, this is concept of partial IoT, I can say. Like user will be getting the notification like so and so has occurred, and he has to perform some action. This is nothing but user interface. Auto action means we are not telling the user itself. Like everything, this is complete IoT in which everything will be automated. There is no, the intervention of human only. So this is the this is the requirement of IoT. Now we will try to understand this with the help of simple example which I have already quoted with you. The one thing is soil moisture monitoring. So here soil moisture sensor will be used. So that will read the soil content, I mean the moisture content, and that data, now that is the data, right? Whatever is read, that is the data. That has to be transferred to the cloud. I mean that has to be stored at the cloud. So how it will be stored? The data which is read from sensor is stored in cloud by connectivity mode. So what is the, by any one of these, like Wi-Fi, mobile network, satellite network, anything, this will be stored in the cloud. So now cloud has all the moisture content information. So this moisture content information has to be processed. Like we have some requirement, like in agriculture, if this moisture is exceeding this one, then watering is needed. If this, so I mean, depending on the moisture content, we will be deciding whether watering to the crop is required or not. So in order to do this, we have to process the data which is already present in cloud. So in order to process this data, we have to use the algorithms. So in the algorithm, it will be everything clearly written, like if the moisture is like this, watering is required. If moisture is like this, then no watering is required. So now we know like what is the condition of the moisture content of the soil. Now depending on that, now action has to be taken or not, that has to be told to user, or automatically action has to be taken. So based on that, if the moisture if the reading says that moisture content is like this, we have to perform the watering to the crops. So in this case, there are two options. It can be notified to the user, agriculture, I mean farmer here. So it can be notified to farmer that watering to the plant is required at this point of time. So then he has to take the action. Now he got the message like, okay, watering is required for these crops. Then he has to perform the action. If this is not required, the another one situation is auto action. Without even informing to the farmer, farmer is not at all there in the agricultural field, then auto action will be taken. Like without informing, this watering will be done automatically. So this is the scenario which I will try to explain. So this is the one thing. There are many other examples. In the next coming sessions, I will be discussing about what are the different advantages, disadvantages, applications, everything I will be covering in the other session. So this is the just an introduction to the IoT. This is a feel how we will get by looking into IoT. So this is the introduction. So please do subscribe to my channel. So till then, goodbye.